Hello there. Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Knox to Nuggets. My name is Oluwayomi Ute, and it's such a joy to come your way this very beautiful morning. A big shout out to every single person that is joining me live. Thank you so much for a share of your time with me. Okay, we're back on. No thanks to the networks. Thank you, every single person. Thank you for being patient with us as we go through this. Hello there. Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Nugs to Nuggets. My name is Oluwayomi Ute, and will not allow the networks distract us this morning because I'm excited about the show today. I know that somebody will be positively impacted, and I'm excited about the guest I have in the house. In this month of May, which started off on the 1st of May with Workers' Day, let's just talk about working and converting your passion to profit. A lot of us out there have certain passion that we just, I love to do this. I can do this without being paid. I love to do this. But then our jobs is entirely different, is in the exact opposite direction. So we go to our workplaces feeling grouchy, feeling tired, and then we come back to this thing that's we're so passionate about, and we are not able to convert our passion to profit. Now, is it possible? Can your passion become that money spinning venture of yours? That's the question we'll be looking at today with a fellow of the American Barbecue Association and an expert rotisserie with chest deep worth experience. He has rewritten the testimonies on the taste buds of grilled meal lovers across the shores of Lagos and beyond. With a cultivated passion for food and quality service, which began about 2 decades ago while a student turned chef. While a student turned chef into a CEO of a rapid growing 80s barbecue and cocktail. The chef has over the years catered for a surplus amount of valued and high priced events, including but never limited to the 8th All African Games held in 2003 in Nigeria, Society of Petroleum Engineers, the GT Food Co., and GT Food and Drink, the African Film Festival, and the Calabar Carnival, together with the Calabar Carnival Queen from 2008 to 2013. Wow. He has also tended to the taste buds of international music acts like Akon, Fat Joe, several of them, Kirk Franklin, including local acts like the Grammy winning Bomber Boy, Two Face, several of them. And in the season 5 Pepper Dem Gang edition of Big Brother Nigeria, he featured as a celebrity guest, leaving the housemates jaw dropping at the taste of his skilled service with the grill. When not grilling, what does he do? He spends his time making culinary stars as a participating judge and coach of the Street Food Niger and making guest appearances on screens like Good Morning Nigeria and popular TVC show. He is currently working on his debut work as an author with the book Meat and Grill, which will eventually extend to a TV show with the growth of tech, especially in the social media space. He has found a space in the social media as that person that just gets you loving grill. His social media handle, Chef Ette on IG, tells the story. Ladies and gentlemen, join me to welcome on the Knox to Nugget platform today, Chef Ette. Good morning. Good to have you. How are you today?
Fine, thank you, ma'am. We thank God.
It's good to have you. I might need you to speak a bit louder so that everybody can hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you better.
Okay,
Uh,
ma'am.
Let me throw it at you straight on.
Yes.
Kitchen thing is not seen as a men's thing. And then not only are you in the kitchen thing, you have turned that kitchen thing into a money thing. How did you find yourself in that space?
Okay. Ma'am, first of all, we will correct that impression that kitchen thing is not a men's thing. Um, we'll put it in the context of our culture in Nigeria or in Africa. We just feel women should be the ones cooking. But if we check way back, we had iron chefs, we have executive chefs that were men and they were cooking for 5 stars hotels. But just that is not our forte here to see men cook because we feel women belong to the kitchen, which is a wrong notion.
Hmm,
So
that's
I need
true.
to do that first because men they cook real very. If a man wants to cook, he cooks very well. He cooks really well.
Okay, so we agree. Cooking is not the men's thing.
Yes, yes. We feel it's not the men's thing, but you know, men have passion for lots of things, and when a man puts his heart to something, except he's not there, he will make sure he fulfills it. Let's. I used to ask those days when I was growing up that I used to know of women singing, but how come men now are dominating the event, the entertainment sector? And I heard that it doesn't take long for a man's voice to crack. He has between 12 to 21. His voice box will go because his voice is changing. He's becoming older. He has a voice. He has Adam, Apple, and all the rest. But they still dominate the music sector. And a woman, those days we used to hear she has an angelic voice, angelic voice, angelic voice. What is happening to the women these days? They don't want to sing anymore. No, it's just that the men have more passion for it than them now.
Mm, mm. So it's about passion.
Yes.
So how did you find yourself in this space?
Very interesting story. For viewers, Pastor Yomi used to be my mentor. Why I say she used to be my mentor was she was the first person, one of the first people that told me no when I started. Okay, I started 2001. I was in school then, and we had this long, Obasanjo's time, we had this long strike.
Holiday strike, yeah?
Yeah, so all of us will come back home. When you come back home, there's nothing to do. The next place is we're church boys, so we're always in church. We meet, we have fellowships, we talk. So I had this friend of mine. She's still in church, and I want to shout out to her family, the Adeyinka's family. Shewan Adeyinka brought me to her house. I met her family. We were in the same department, and we should do things together. So after church, I'll just walk her home. Then I got to meet the family. They took me as part of them, and I started going there often. So her brother used to hear us talk, maybe some most young youths like that come together, and we're just talking about different schools. Because I went to Unical, she went to Unilag. We had some Ibadan people we're ultramites then. We were just talking, how the government is not being fair to us. And he was just like, okay. He was not listening to, he would just be in his room. One day, he just called me when I went to his house. When I went to their house, Shane was not around. I was just, because I like to work with deaconess then. She used to teach me how to make cake. I was just a handyman. I didn't want to be idle when we had this strike. So I was learning things from her, cake, soap making, and the rest. So he just called me up and told me that we were just talking that. So he just asked me, how much do you spend per semester? I said per semester. Okay, just say how much do you use for the whole session, the whole year one, year two. I said, my money for a session is like 60,000 naira. He said 60,000 naira a semester or the whole session. I said the whole session. He said, how do I cope? I said, well, I try as much as possible to manage what I have, with friends here and there. I do some, handy jobs. Then in school, I used to do dry cleaning for people in my hostel just to keep myself fit. Then church was helping me to. Pastor Yomi, you know about that one. I was having some stipends from the church that was keeping me together. He now told me that he wants to teach me how to make money. I said, make money. I was desperate then. I wanted to go back to school. It was almost time to go back to school because they had called off the strike. And he now said that he wants to teach me how to make money. I said, Oga, what is the thing? He said it's called chicken and chips, barbecue chicken and chips. Oh, I said, Oga, no, 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 no. I'm not cut out. Chicken and chips, how? He said, no, I want to teach you how to make money doing chicken and chips in school. And I said, sir, I'm not cut out for that one. I want money, readily money. And I said, okay, let me give you a little bit of history of myself. That he stopped collecting money from his parents first semester,
Hmm.
year two, first semester. He bought his first car, year two, second semester. He stayed off campus. He was in UI then. He stayed off campus. Third semester, he bought his power bike. He was just naming things. My eye just opened. I said, what, with chicken and chips? He said, yes. And that he had two sports in school then. He had one in Queen's Hall and he had one in the male hostel. That I can start business in school. I just looked at it. I said, am I carved out for this? I know I'm a handyman. I like to work and I like to do things. But should I give this a shot? So his mom, we used to call her mommy, was listening to us too. So when he left, mommy called me and said, Ette, you have nothing to lose. Just go learn this thing. If you like it, it's okay. If you don't, it's fine. I said, okay. Now went to the house the next day. He said he has a spot at the NYSC camp in Ipaja. That was 2001. And he wants me to come and do the barbecue. I said, I've never barbecued before. He said, I will learn. And I said, okay. We got there. I thought I was going to do the chips. I was trying to run from the main job, like grilling. How will I stand by the fire? I've not done this before. He now said, okay, it's time to grill. I've done everything. He said I should. I said, okay, how am I grilling? Since I'm going to use my bare hands. Oga, bare hands there. No fork. He said, no fork, no spatula, no nothing, just my bare hands.
Wow.
He said, I've never done it before. He said, you will learn today. I said, okay. So he himself laid all the chicken thighs on the grill with his bare hands. He now turned like three and said I should continue turning. How? Pastor, hot blazing fire. That's how I put my hand. I know then it's not the kind of chicken laps we had now. Those ones were very big and luscious, had fat. So that oil was coming out. Pastor, I started. It was burning me. The chicken was burning. My hands were hurting. I was just turning. I was turning until he was in the kitchen looking at me. Then one fell.
Hmm.
He looked up to me and told me something in my ears, and I said, Ette, there are two things in life. Is either you burn your hand down or you burn your future.
Wow.
I stood there for like 5 minutes. He said, Ette, I have done this for several years. None, I say none of my chicken has fallen from the grill. And I want to impart that knowledge to you. And I stood, I cried for like 5 minutes. I said, okay, where will my life end? I don't have money to go back to school. And this is somebody that wants to teach me a trade. Sorry, I get a bit emotional.
Mm.
You know, and I stood there, I was looking at it. I said, okay, instead of burning my future, let me burn my hand. That was how I started. It was paining me. My hands were hurting. My hands were cracking. But that day, it was successful. We did it. The next day, the same thing. The third day, the same thing. For 3 weeks, that was how I started grilling. We just found out that I just found out that we had other people grilling at the camp, but we had too much people coming to our stand. There was just something spectacular about us. First of all, they were shocked to see us grilling with our hands. So, you know, you know, I, for the first week I fumbled, but the second week I became a master. Now I was controlling three grills instead of one with my hands, and none of the chicken got burnt. So he now said that he wants to tell me why he taught me to grill with my hands. He said I should put myself in this position. I have gone for an event and I forgot my tools at home mistakenly. What will I do? Will I just stand? And maybe I traveled and there's nothing to use. He said he wanted to teach me the military style, and that was the style I learned with. He told me his fingertips are numb. Right now, some of my fingertips are numb too, because we had to, burning your fingertips all the time. And, and I said, okay, that this is how he learned it too, that we could find ourselves in any situation, and we have to walk through it. We have to make the event happen. So after the 3 weeks, we made over 350,000 naira. But Pastor, guess what? How much do you think they paid me?
Nothing.
We made over 350,000, but how much do you think they paid me?
Nothing.
Because I'm a partner.
Tell me.
No, Pastor, I just want you to take a guess.
10,000?
Ah, nice.
Or he didn't give you anything?
Very long way.
Somebody
Pastor,
says 5,000.
I was paid 700 naira.
I couldn't guess that.
I was paid 700 naira for 3 weeks. What would I tell my mother? Where did I go to? Where is the money? I thought I was going to work, and I was paid 700 naira. I stood at the Ipaja bus stop and I was looking at myself. I said, what will I tell my father today? Oh God, my mother will skin me. She will not believe I had gone to work with 700 naira. So I stood at Ipaja and I took a bus to Yaba Market. I bought my mother a shawl. 2001, things were still okay. I bought 2 or 3 things. I had some money at home before. So I played this role that she didn't know that I was not paid the kind of money she was thinking. Because anything she asked for, one way or the other, I sorted it out. But I could not sleep. The dreams just kept on coming to my mind. I just kept on playing the videos back. I would just look at my hands, all my fingertips are cracked. Now I was feeling the after effect of the 3 weeks back to back. I just kept on thinking. So what will I do with my life? What will I do now? Now I have learned a skill. Where do I go from here? The passion was burning. I saw the whole event happen. He now taught me his recipe. He now told me that, okay, this is how it is. This is how from now you do the marinating yourself. This is the marinade, all that, all that. So every night I just wake up. It's like, Pastor, when you go through an event, something just comes to your mind. Boy, you just wake up as if that event is still going on. And that's how
Mm-hmm.
I was
Mm-hmm.
even 3 weeks later. 3 weeks later, they called off the strike and it was time to come back to Calabar. So I went to his house, excited. I went to his house, excited. And I told mommy I was going back to school. Seun had already gone back to Unilag, so it was just him at home. He now called me and I said, Baba Yemi, it's time to go back to school. Oh, thank you. I thank you very much. He said I should come. I entered his room. Now,
I
he now
know.
said I should he now said I should kneel down. I knelt down. He now gave me the apron I used
Hmm.
and broken fork and told me that he wants to bless me.
Hmm.
That one of the earth I go to, I will prosper.
Hmm.
That no matter where I stand and I do barbecue, that I will prosper. So he prayed for me. He cried, I cried, took my bag. The third day, I took a night bus back to Calabar. So when I got to Calabar, I was so excited. Apparently, I stay in a place in Calabar where it's a club or it's a hostel too. It's a sports club where the elites come to play, like the who is who in Calabar come to play squash and lawn tennis and basketball. And I used to play basketball there. And my landlord, who was my great mentor, he used to play basketball too. So when I came back, I told him that, sir, I have come back. Oh, I want to. Can I have a space at the club? He said, what do you want to do? Because
Hmm.
every time I come back, I'm always telling him something new. The first time I came back, I said I wanted to start doing Zobo. He laughed. The next time, Kunu. The next one, I said I wanted to start selling ewa going and bread. So when I told him I was back this time, he said, okay, what have you got to learn again? I said, sir, I want to start doing barbecue. He said, barbecue. Who taught you barbecue? He said the last time they remembered that we were playing with barbecue, I burnt all the chicken. I said, no, sir, this is real now. I know how to barbecue. And I said, I said, sir, what would the rent be? He said, can you afford the rent? I said, sir, I will try, but what would the rent be? He said, okay, 2 laps of chicken every weekend. For every Saturday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you give me 2 laps of chicken. I said, that is all. He said, that is all. Then he wants to encourage me, he wants to see what I can do. And I said, fine. Pastor, I tell people every time people see me, or who cares to hear that I started business with 2,500 that has grown to multi-million business today. 2,500 was the first. I remember then a carton. How, Pastor, have you seen how time flies? A carton of chicken was 2,500 then.
Which
Today,
year
a
was
carton
this?
is 70,000 naira, and it's still counting. So I started with. So he now gave me the space. I didn't have a drum. I didn't have anything. I just went. I took 2,500. I bought a carton of chicken. My friends had Maggie at home. They just gave me. They were excited. They wanted to see what was going on. And I said, okay, this is my time to shine. Everybody wants to see if this chicken will come out or it will not. Or what is he trying to say? So I bought a carton of chicken. Then the carton of chicken, inside of it, you can get 20, you can get 50, 40 to 50 pieces in it. So I used to get 50 pieces of chicken laps in it. So I started. The next thing, everybody started coming out from their hostel. what is smell? Who's doing barbecue? Who's that? They say, it's Ette. Ette is doing it at the club. Students came out. How much was I selling barbecue then? I was selling it for 250. 250 per lap then. Everybody like, Ette 250. Give me 4, give me 2, give me 5, give me 2. Pastor, that was how that weekend ended. I made 50,000 naira just that weekend alone, from Friday to Sunday. I was just selling amongst the students in my hostel. It was like a dream. I said, the next weekend, I doubled the carton, sold out. Not knowing that my compound mates, my flatmates were telling my story in school. That there's this guy that does good barbecue, this, that. So people started coming. They were coming to buy. So one day in school, I was just walking past. There was this girl that her brother had a barbecue stand too in school. So when the brother came, when they came visiting at the camp, he told the brother that there are these guys, 3 of them. They do so nice barbecue that everybody, he himself has packed up. He has given us his grill that he should come and meet the guy. So when the girl saw me, she shouted. I shouted. Apparently, she's my friend. She said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "I came to see my brother." I said, "I walk here." He said, "It's a lie." So we just got talking. She now said, "Okay, my party is happening in school, and I want you to grill." And I said, "No problem." So I came to school. I told her, "Look, I don't want money. I just want to show people what I can do. I don't want money. Just buy the chicken. I'll tell you what to buy, and I will grill for you for free." I said, "For students, I will grill for you for free." I just wanted to show, Pastor, that was passion. I just wanted to be there. So when the party started, everybody was eating. And Calabar then, 2001, Calabar was just developing. Nothing much was happening like Lagos. So everybody just, and the only fast food that had come to Calabar then was Mr. Biggs. So when the party started, everybody was eating chicken. So her friends were asking her, did you go to buy all this chicken from Mr. Biggs? She said, "No, somebody came to do it." "Did you bring the person from Lagos?" She said she was just laughing. That I want everybody to finish eating, then I will bring out the person and introduce the person to you. That was how the party started. And people knew me in school. I was popular. I was doing some events in church. Then that when Kirk Franklin came to Nigeria, I danced. So my story went then. The film Date with Destiny to before Nollywood. So people had seen me. So this guy, because Stephanie, what's her name in play? But she used to be Stephanie Okereke. That's now the best Nollywood star. Was my class rep when we were in school. It's so funny how when I tell people that I know her, they say, no, she was our class rep. So I had done a film before her. So she was looking up to me like, how did that film go? We saw you on TV. It was so nice and everything. So with the film and Ken Franklin's concert, gave me that small clout in school that people recognized me. So when I came out, when she now said, I want to introduce the guy who did the barbecue, everyone was like, this guy is a lie. This guy that we should look like big boy does barbecue. Yes. That was how I had 2 other gigs from her party. Pastor, that was how I started grilling in school though. I was grilling at the hostel, and I was grilling for parties in school.
Wow.
So there were handy boys that used to come and wash clothes for us, tidy up the hostel. The jobs were getting bigger for me, so I got 3 of them to join me. And today, those boys have their own stands in Calabar now. They have their own boys, they are training, and they have their own family. So That was how the story started. To cut the long
Wow.
story short, one of my friends came and said he was now a PA to a senator, a House of Rep member. And I said his Oga wants to have a party in Calabar. He's inviting the governor. It was Donald Duke then. So he now took me to his Oga. When his Oga saw me, he spoke in Calabar. He said, I think you should go and bring Suya man. You have gone to bring your guy, man. This one that looks very chubby and healthy to come and chop my money. The guy said, sir, no, this guy is exceptional. Just try him. Just try him. Pastor, that was how he tried me. And the story ended in, we used to say, this is how the news ended in Ejagam. The rest was history. But
Wow.
the only thing Baba Yemi taught me was chicken. So one day, as I was grilling at the club, one of the club members called me and said, do you know there's a word called the barbecue world? There's more to barbecue than what you think you are doing. And I said, sir, what do you mean? He said there are a lot of things. You can grill almost everything. And I said, wow. And I said, sir, how do I do it? He said, go buy a barbecue book. You will know what to do. That was how I came back to Lagos. After one holiday, I came back to Lagos. Pastor, I didn't tell you. Then I sent my mother money from school. Oh, God. Oh. My mother almost came to meet you. It was beg. I was begging her. She said she was coming to report me in church that I've started stealing. That where did I get this money to send her in school? What am I doing in school that I sent her 100,000 naira? No, that church was here. That I've started. I said, no, ma, I'm working. He said, you're working what? That chicken that you went to learn. Don't tell me it's this chicken that's giving you money. I didn't know how to convince my mother more than what I had done. So I just told her to just be happy and just hold the money. So when I came back to Lagos, I remembered one Wednesday, we had closed from church. So I was walking through Obanikoro to come out at, what's it called then? What's this place at Shomolu? There's this place they sell.
Pedro.
Yes, Pedro, man. I was walking from Obanikoro through those to come out Pedro. So there's this place they sell yard books. I just got there. I said, I'm looking for a barbecue book. The guy now said, he doesn't have a barbecue book. I said, wow. He said, but he has a book that he thinks I might need. He now gave me the book. The book is called Homemade Spice Book. That he thinks we need the spice book more than the barbecue book for now. And I said, He said, yes. That if you know how to combine your spices and you know how to barbecue, everything is on the go. That was how I bought the book, Pastor. I started jacking the book from back to back, from back to back. I was reading different blends of spices, how to use spices for steak, chicken, pork, fish. Pastor, everything was all good. I said, no. There's truly a world of barbecue. That was how I got my first. When I came back to Calabar, I couldn't get any book in Lagos. But when I came back to Calabar, I went to another junkyard and I got 3 barbecue books. That was how I started learning. Because Yemi only taught me chicken, but I learned the remaining. Then after that, I had to come. This thing. And 2001 was just the beginning of WWW in Nigeria. That was when we started. There was no Facebook, Seth. It was just what was that, Seth? We had that time, Pastor.
We have is it blueberry?
No. Not even
Blackberry.
the time. We had to go to Cyber Cafe. We had.
Oh,
Hey, what was it?
Yahoo. Oh gosh.
Yes, Pastor. Yahoo Mail, Yahoo
Yahoo Mail.
Messenger. Yes,
Yes, Yahoo
Yahoo Mail.
Messenger.
So I opened my Yahoo Mail, opened Yahoo Messenger. So that was when we started learning how to. We didn't used to call it browse. Then we used to say solve the internet. So that was how I just WW barbecue community, Pastor. To my surprise, the community in America was heavy. I said, what? So people had been barbecuing since ages. That was how I got to two, three people. We got talking through Yahoo Messenger, and I said, this is what I do, and I want to get certified. So I did my online classes, and that was how I became an American Fellow of Barbecue Association. So I
Wow.
came back to
It's,
Calabar.
I'm
I
having
came
to
back.
hold you here. The beautiful thing is we are continuing next week because I know I cannot hear your story in one day. Even this is a whole is a whole story, is a book already on its own. But two things that I would maybe three things I would leave with the people while you are still here is number one thing is how you use your idle time. Use your idle time well. Invest
Yes,
it.
yes,
Number two thing is it's it's either you burn your hand or you burn your future. And the third thing almost immediately is when you have a desire, it will attract to you the right resources that will take you to your next level. Ete, we will continue next week
no
this
problem.
story. Thank you so much for being on this call. I truly do appreciate you. Talk to you next week.
All right, man. Love you.
Wow, I had to just find a way to pause him. I just had to. I was looking for where to just have that cut because the story is captivating. It's so much to learn. And my joy is the fact that it's a practical example. It's not theory. It's not 7 steps to success. It's not somebody that has written something. He's telling us a story. And from his own story, you can chart your own course. You can do something incredible with your life. No matter where you are today, even the sky is not the limit. From the backside of Calabar, he became an American certified fellow of barbecue. How? How? Passion truly attracts the right resources. I want to say thank you to every single person that has been on this call today, that has listened to a taste testimony. One thing I want to ask of you, please, I beg you, by the mercies of God, please share this. Let somebody out there hear this story, particularly our younger generation. We all, even if you are 60, even if you are 65, KFC started at 65. He was age 65, Colonel Sanders. So it's not about age. It's the morning starts when you wake up. You can turn that passion into profit. It is possible. And like I will always say, if you can think it, you can be it, and you can have it. Always remember, you are the architect. You are the only person. You are the only barrier, the only limit to your great future. If you take off the limits, nobody can stop you. Until I come your way next week in another edition of Knocks to Nuggets as we continue hearing a taste testimony. Remember, together we win. God bless you real good. Enjoy the rest of the day. And bye for now.